Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, as you know, here at Langley Outdoors Academy, we are the cutting edge of the Second Amendment, and we are going to pass these blessings of the Second straight on to the next generation. But one of the things about reporting in this stuff with the political and the why and the news, sometimes we got to report some L's. And this time I got a small little L I'm going to talk to you about. It's down in North Carolina, so follow me. We're going to dive down into the South. And we're going to talk about how that Democratic governor in North Carolina, Roy Cooper, just vetoed a bill that was repealing gun control. Now, there's a lot of things to this, and we've done 2 separate videos on this previously. I'll link them in the description box below for your review if you guys want to know a little bit more in detail on the things leading up into this. But right now, the governor has vetoed it, and there's not really a chance to override that veto. I did some research, and they just don't have the numbers. So what does this mean for us nationally, but also North Carolina? And I'll tell you honestly, I think it has positive inroads down the road, and it will only strengthen the resolve of North Carolinians, but also of the Second Amendment movement. So stick with me. We're going to dive into that in 1 second. One thing that I think you guys should check out before we dive into this, we did a bullet points episode today. Really good. Now, as you guys know, bullet points is the opinion show personality, a little more personality infused answer to editorials from the left, to interviews from the left, things like that. And there's an article going around, and there's some editorials that are really showing anger against the administration from the gun control left. I've caught a few of them, and I was kind of connecting some dots and tying some strings together. Check that out. It's linked in the description box below. It's right here for a thumbnail and right here for a card. But check that out. I want to know what you guys think, because they're starting to eat themselves, and their true nature is being shown, and it's extremely interesting. So check that out for this next video, but right now, let's dive into North Carolina. All right, so North Carolina Governor Cooper vetoes pistol permit repeal. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper vetoed a bill Monday that would change a state gun purchasing law. Cooper, a Democrat, vetoed House Bill 398, Pistol Purchase Permit Repeal, which would remove the requirement that handgun buyers get a permit from their local sheriff. Now, just to paint this in the entire light, this was formed 100 years ago in North Carolina, in the South, and it gave the power of a subjective nature to sheriffs to determine who and who could not own a pistol legally. You tell me what the background on that was, okay? The Second Amendment is for everyone. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what anything you are. You are an American. You have a Second Amendment right, period. But the Democrats kind of took a hard line on this because this should be a law that they hate, right? And that has inroads to 2022. But we're going to keep going. That's where this is going to start angling, and it's got some wheels. Quote from Governor Cooper: "Gun permit laws reduce gun homicides and suicides and reduce the availability of guns for criminal activity." It's not true. Cooper said in a statement, "At a time of rising gun violence, we cannot afford to repeal a system that works to save lives. The legislature should focus on combating gun violence instead of making it easier for guns to end up in the wrong hands." Okay, that is so much of the talking points, it doesn't even make sense. We're talking about repealing a law that duplicates the NICS system. Federal law should trump, the local law. Remember that whole chestnut with Missouri and DOJ where they got stuffed? Just saying. But anyway, I digress. The bill passed the Senate on August 18th. We covered it. Again, check that video out. Along party lines 27-20, with all Republicans for and all Democrats against. Okay, so they need 3/5 of their legislature, and they don't have it. I think they need like 30 or 32, something like that. They don't have the way to do this. So it's going to die right now, but that does not mean it's dead overall. This has legs, like I said. Republicans have argued in favor of the bill, repeatedly noting the law's origin in the Jim Crow South and efforts to keep guns away from black North Carolinians. 100% accurate. So why are the Democrats vetoing bills that would repeal that? I'm confused. It's because they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. They got to choose between this option or this option. And right now, the guns is the hot option. So they can't betray that one, right? That's what's going to lead to 2022. And this is important, because I know you guys are going to get more active in 2022. Senator Chuck Edwards, a Henderson County Republican, said, "Pistol purchase permits were created by Jim Crow Democrats to keep guns away from black people, and data shows that black applicants are still rejected at a higher rate than white applicants." Now, that's a quote from the senator. That's not my words. That's the senator. And he's right. If someone is being discriminated on based on their creed or their color or whatever, that's not cool. They've got a point here. Why the Democrats support this? It's because the gun control narrative buffed the other one that they were trying to chase. And that is what's going to come back to haunt them in 2022, because this is how you get state and seat legislatures. In any other context, this is him again. In any other context, Democrats would view these facts and alleged systemic racism. That they refuse to do so on the issue is yet more evidence that they selectively wield such accusations for political ends, Edwards said. Now, that's what that guy's saying. I didn't say that, YouTube. That guy said it. I was reading a quote. But there is some merit that there is a little bit of a confusion there. And what I expect and what I think is you're going to start to see this line of attack from Republicans going forward in the 22 races, because this is kind of systemic across the board, that Democrats are willing to throw one narrative away for the other. And in this case, they saved a 100-year-old, very bad background gun control bill. Just saying. What do you guys think? I know it's an L in the short term, but I think it could be some W's in the future. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And until tomorrow, I'm Braden. See you later.